Good morning, Shorty. How are you? Are you here?
Good morning. Welcome.
Oh, I love our tech opportunities. I think they're amazing.
Bloody brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. But here's the thing, right? We're connected around Australia, around the world because of these tech opportunities, right? And Thursday night was a huge opportunity of connection because it's time to reconnect. It's time to bridge the gap. Time is now, right? And we're doing it with a smile. And I'm just so stoked, Shorty. First things first, though, how are you? Because it was an interesting week last week.
You could say that. Yes, I was quite under the weather, but which unfortunately I couldn't be there on Thursday night. But this is an opportunity this morning to have a wrap up, to find out how it all went, to find out how the hearts, how the connections, how's the feedback, what was the impact. So talk to me, mate. How did it all go?
Well, I want to start with the fact that without you, I was actually nervous. Without you, I was like, what do I do? My main man's not by my side. I haven't got anyone looking after the tech for me. And like that, all my fears and insecurities came up in that. And I went, oh my God, how do I deal with this? And I'm like,
Mm.
just get it done, right? Turn up, have a crack, and the people in your community will support you and they'll get that done. And my God, did they do that in an abundance, like what an amazing night. We raised over $5,000. Still waiting on the exact numbers to come through because there's a few little bits and pieces, but that's over 500 hearts we get to touch on our Smiles for Frankston campaign, 12 Days of Christmas, which is just extraordinary. But what a night, right? What an amazing night. To go into it, really super nervous and, not be 100%, but I knew that the documentary was outstanding. I knew the people were outstanding. I knew that it was a community that just cared, so I was in good hands. But what transpired was next level. It all started with Lisa Westgate, Scotty Mack, and if Lisa's in the background watching this, please jump on. I sent you the link. Jump on because I want to share the journey that we went on to get there. But I get there, right? And tech, right? I don't even know where the bloody button is on this shorty, let alone anything else. So I get in there and I have to put up all the displays and bits and pieces. And Lisa and Scotty Mack have just jumped straight on board, grabbed the computer, grabbed the iPad, and made it all work for me. So that I just had to press play on a few things. And but at the end of the day, it wasn't about me, it was about the community. So that's what made it beautiful. Like, as you walked in the door, there's Oscar greeting you at the door. Oscar decided that he wanted to run lucky door prize, so he went and made his own raffle tickets. He greeted everybody and gave everybody their name tags. He then sent you over to Jacob, Lisa's son, who sat there with the auction items, and it was just extraordinary. So we've got the kids involved right from the get-go, and what a great way to start. But the big thing for me, which was just one of the most beautiful things, was two people came that are just like, you know what? I've seen it on Facebook. I'm just going to turn up and see what it's about because it's going to be pretty cool. Two women had never met each other before, sitting there side to side. I've gone over and I've just said, hey, I just want to know what brought you here. And I said, the smiles. So we just wanted to see what it's all about. From that moment, I sat and had a conversation with them and they became friends, new connections made. Like, it was extraordinary. That was how we started the night, let alone anything else. So that was amazing. Like, the people that came, like my uncle and my cousin drove from Bright. So that's just over 4 hours to come and be a part of this. And what an amazing opportunity that was. I have some massive thank yous. I really do. Like, beyond Lisa and Scotty, like, there was, Van Seng stepped up and donated an auction item. Also, Maddie, which I'm gonna go a little bit straight off cuff with this because This is a man I've met through Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game that Oscar plays, and it's such an awesome card game. It's very much about strategy and how in communication you have to talk through scenarios, and like it's phenomenal. And Matty was there, and he gifted a skin pack, like a good quality skin pack, which we raised $170 for the business of Smiles. And what I love about Matty is the fact that when we met through Yu-Gi-Oh and the opportunities there. But one of his colleagues turned around to him and said, how much time do you spend at Yu-Gi-Oh? He goes, oh, at least 3 to 4 hours every Saturday. He goes, really? In a card game? He goes, yeah. He goes, how much time do you spend with your son at the footy club? He goes, oh, probably more than that. This is how I support my son. I was just like, high five, right? Because it's not everything's about one thing. It's just about supporting them in their dreams and what they do. And I had the opportunity to share that story, and that was phenomenal. So moving along a bit, we had an auction, right? We had an auction, and the auctioneer was the one and only Oscar Carson. I should actually bring him on to talk about it, because I tell you what, like what an amazing opportunity to stand there in front of 50 plus people and create an auction and just give his best. And like I love that. Jacob was there holding up Lisa's son holding up all the items. This is what we're doing. Oscar got the iPad and took photos and then made it all on the screen, far outweighing my computer skills. But here's where the beauty really kicked in. Young guy Chris, who's a singer, I met probably a week before, actually on the Sunday, and I was at a market and he was there singing, and it was just this most beautiful voice. And Oscar and I stood there and went, whoa. We listened to 2 songs and we just gone, this guy is cool. I just walked up to him and said, "G'day, mate." I said, I just want to thank you for what you're doing. I said, you just really hit my heart. I said, what are you doing on Thursday? He goes, oh, I don't know. So listen, I've got this event. It's just a community-minded event. Would you like to come along and play? Yeah, I would. And, you know, through COVID, he had some opportunities about connection for himself and about, you know, just being lonely. So we talked about that and we opened up that and just shared the hearts. It was extraordinary, Shorty, you know, and that's what I loved about this. You know, like I literally just did a LinkedIn post where I just took photos, and the night was a success, not because of me, not because of you, because of the people that were there. It was the people that made the event. It was all the little photos that really made the event, Shorty. Like it was astounding, and not to mention the gift that is intuition, the personal guidance system. Geez, that opens up some questions, but it's, you know, it's a deep opportunity.
Talk to me about the announcement that was made on the night with one of our new partners.
Yeah, bring it. And do you know what? Look, I don't think Dean will mind me talking about this, because one of the big things that I believe in and really happened on the night is that in order to get growth, we've got to get a little bit uncomfortable. We've got to do things that we don't normally do. We announced our partnership with Impera, right? And what an amazing opportunity this is to help us with our strategy, help us with our growth, help us get clearer on what it is we're achieving. And Dean had the opportunity to come up on stage and talk. Dean doesn't normally do that. He's normally the guy behind the scenes doing the bits and pieces and getting it all ready. But he had the opportunity to stand up in front of everybody and present what Impera is about. Stand with us, the business of Smiles, and walk together. And that for me is extraordinary. That for me is what this is all about, walking together. So sharing that partnership is something I'm super excited about. Sharing that partnership is something that's going to gift us the opportunity to really, really grow and get our message out there much better, because it is time to reconnect, but we can only do that with people supporting one another. So
can I just jump on that for a sec? Because I think that's so important about that connection piece, because Impera is is a great platform. It's an online platform to help businesses to connect with their teams, to work on their strategies, to work on their direction, to work on their projects. And we did the same. We did the same within communities. We did the same within families. We did the same with people all around the place, from your next door neighbor to your police officer to everyone within the community. And that's why we saw this beautiful relationship within Pira and this opportunity to come together, because if they're doing it in the business community, well, we can do it in our local community. And when we work together on projects together, it's the 1 + 1 = 3. And that's what we're so excited to work with these guys and to walk the journey together, because I think the impact is going to be pretty huge.
Yeah, and I love that, Shorty. Right, it's walking that journey together. Like, if we even trace back to how we started, what the Business to Smiles, what it came from, it was a We Together initiative in the Campfire Project, and the strength of We Together is so significant. That 1 + 1 = 3 is something that you and I consistently talk about, because we both believe that in order for us to succeed in everything we do, it needs to be 1 + 1 = 3. And what we mean by that is that we both bring our magic to the table and create something even better, because we're doing that with our magic. And that's what I love. That's the opportunities that I feel, as we go forward, are really going to give strength to each other.
Yep.
So I do have a couple other little things that I think is pretty cool. Maddie Taylor, congratulations on winning the amazing theta healing session with Van Seng, who was just awesome. Also, Van jumped up and got out of her comfort zone and spoke about what she does, which was phenomenal. But there's also a single individual effort that I really, really want to grab. Liana Goodman, what an amazing human being. Shaved her head for the Business to Smiles and raised over $1,000 just for this adventure. So just single-handedly, because she put the effort and the discomfort of, it's a very powerful thing for a woman to shave her head and to say that, this is me. And that's something for me that she did in order to create more connection inside her community in Frankston. And that is amazing. That to me, I honor her for that. I honor her for, and more importantly, the Cold Water Crazies, because again, the Cold Water Crazies of Frankston stepped up again by supporting this and support. Like, they're always supporting. They're the most beautiful bunch of women. What a powerful opportunity that is. What a powerful message. What a powerful community when we walk together and the things that we can achieve. So I don't know. I'm pretty pumped, Shorty. Like, there's so much magic that came from this opportunity, but I think it's a little bit early to announce the Smiles for Life that we're building, because it's something that's extraordinary. But all I'll say is there was people inside that room on Thursday night that it cannot have been a coincidence that they came together, because there is some amazing things happening next year because of that night and the people that were there, the conversations and connection that were had. Like, I got this for me was the one thing that I felt guilty, right? I got to share this. This is so cool. One of the things that we're obviously about connection, we're obviously about smiles. So actually, there's two things that I did on the night that I really want to share that I felt guilty with, because I asked everybody to stand up, turn around and shake the hand behind them and meet the person behind them. 5 minutes went past and everybody was still talking, right? And I had my schedule and I thought it'd be maybe a minute or two to say good day. But everybody was talking. Hi, how are you? What's going on? And I'm feeling guilty because I had to actually stop people so I can stay in alignment. So I held back a bit and I just let that connection happen. I let that breathe. I let that grow. And it was extraordinary. But isn't it funny that all my stuff came up because I had this deadline and I like, I've got to get this done for then so I can get to that bit and that bit. but the magic was actually sitting there just watching everybody connect and do their thing. And I just adored that, Shorty. It was such a beautiful moment, you know. So, and yeah, but it's
That's
yeah.
beautiful.
Hey, Lisa, actually, Lisa, I sent you the link. Can you jump on for a sec? Is that all right, Shorty? I don't mind. So
Go for
jump
it.
on and we'll bring you on because I want to share it through somebody else's eyes, not just mine. But another thing that was stunning, Shorty, is a smile, right? What does a smile mean to us? What does a smile bring to us? One of the big things for me is that you've done it, I've done it. Definitely not I like this. I'm gonna bring this up. Lisa Westgate, definitely not camera ready. Sorry, mate. You're always camera ready. So one of the things that we do is like the Smilligan, right? Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. Hang on a sec. I'm going to go through the whole poem because I love it, and because I kept mucking it up, I printed it off and put it in front of me. Smiling is infectious. You catch it like the flu. When someone smiled at me today, I started smiling too. I passed it around the corner, and someone saw my grin. When he smiled, I realised I'd passed it on to him. I thought about my smile, and then I realised its worth. A single smile, just like mine, could travel around the earth. If you feel a smile begin, don't leave it undetected. Let's start an epidemic. Quick, let's get the world infected. Now, and the reason why that's so predominant in what we do is this is Smilligan. We nicknamed him after Spike Milligan because of that poem, because we are trying to infect the world with smiles and create a new epidemic. But this is the cool thing, Shorty. Inside the packages, and if you've been at any of our presentations, we have a card or a book or something and a pen, right? And we ask people the value of the pen. And we talk about the value. You possibly have heard us talk about it here. But I ask everybody to draw a smile. And everyone drew a smile. And it was outstanding. Like everybody drew a smile. And then once they all showed their smiles, I took a photo of them for you, Shorty, because that's important.
Beautiful.
Let you know what you're missing. So I got them all to put up their photos, the pictures of their smiles. But then I gave them the opportunity to write down what makes them smile, right? They wrote down what makes them smile. And that was fantastic. There was men with their children there. Yep. And they're sharing the reasons why they smile. And it's so important because if we know what makes each other smile, we know what we need to talk about. And when somebody can't talk about it, then we know we need to reach out a little bit deeper, which is super important. But what happened again is then I asked everyone to share with everybody what makes them smile in their row. And again, this beautiful connection happened. And I waited 5 minutes and I'm like, hey, they're still talking. Nothing's gonna change there. So I walked around the room and started listening to what made people smile. And oh my God, Shorty, like talk about filling your heart. Talk about, like I don't know, mate. You can feel the energy that I'm bringing right now because of what happened in that room, right? And the connection and it's just outstanding. I hope you're feeling how much you missed because we missed you.
Totally. And if I can just jump in there, because like you're communicating how you felt through your energy and through your words this morning around Thursday night, and in particular when people write down or they draw Smilligan and they write down what makes them smile, it completely shifts the energy in the room. And we can feel it, we can hear it when you're actually talking about it right now. And then it's actually infecting into me, because then your smiles, your energy is I'm feeling that as well. So, with a room of 40 to 50 people all doing the same process, and then they're going home and sharing that to another 100, another 200 people, gosh, it's just like a wave, isn't it? It's like a rippling effect. It's just absolutely so beautiful.
100%, and that's what the socks do. That's why we have the socks. That's why we have this opportunity, because the socks go home with people. The socks they like. I'll just share this quickly, and when someone gives you something that's not great, right? It's not a great present, and you look at it and you go, Yeah, okay. No, if you can feel that energy. When you
Yep.
give something from your heart, you give something with a message in it, you give something of quality, it really means something. So
Mm.
every single time you see it, like I'm looking over here, because there's a book for me that has this. I'll tell you why in a sec. But every single time you see those pair of socks, either in a bag for someone sleeping rough or numbing themselves that doesn't have, the tools to get through things, whether it's in a drawer for a kid who's going to school and possibly being bullied or not having great time, whether it's a kid with different abilities, they put on the socks. It reminds them that somebody cared. It gives them a smile, and it's such a beautiful touch point, and it's so important. And the reason why I was looking for the book, because it was just over in my bookcase, because the best present I've ever been given by my son and my wife is a book. We didn't have a lot of money at the time, and they sat down and thought about what is it that we can get, Dad? What is it that means something? There's a book by the Dalai Lama, The Essence of Happiness.
Mm.
The reason why that book was so special was because they understood me. They got me.
Yeah.
And it's about that connection with something that just means something. And it just, every time I look at that book, it makes me feel so warm that I sort of feel seen and not that somebody knows me, like
Mm.
that's what a pair of socks does. That's what the community does. That's what we do for one another, and I'm super pumped. I'm super, super pumped, Shorty. Like it's, in connection next week, I've got a podcast with this amazing human being, Yvonne T.O. Bors. Now, next week at midday on Tuesday, December 6th, like that's just connection. It's heart connection because of what we do here,
Yep.
and I don't know. I'm super excited. I'm super excited about our 12 days of Christmas. We still need sponsorship, Shorty. We still need money
Yep.
to fuel to get this happening. And look, end of the day, it's we've got some amazing people who have already partnered, i.e., hot promo brands, and I need to do a bit of a spiel on that. We're rebuilding our website in a minute, which we're going to bring them into because they are just a gorgeous company.
Mm.
Janice Dunn, real estate agents, right?
My
Talk
goodness.
about
Big heart.
yeah, massive. But it's not only that, it's like she's completely a community person, right? And so we've got these designed which go I'll see if I can get rid of my light. Okay, so that's it. So these are designed to go on the socks. The thing that I loved about this, Janice turns around and goes, look, I thank you for offering to put the my logo on it, the Janice Dunn, but she goes, can you put a QR code on it to let people know exactly what the story is,
Mm.
and why these socks are so important. And I'm like, how cool is that? That's someone who just wants to connect deeper, wants to be a part of her community, wants to share the reasons why it's so important to smile. And I'm super pumped about that, and I'm looking forward to having Janice and hopefully David Torelli come on here and share with them why it's so important to them, because it's, I don't know, Shorty, I'm so excited about the future. I'm so excited about what we're doing for Christmas.
It's going to be huge. It's going to be
Yeah,
huge.
yeah.
It's going to be
So I've
huge.
talked non-stop today, Shorty, because my
But that was
energy's through the
that's
roof.
perfect though, right? Because the effort and the energy and the connection and the commitment that you did last week to bring that all together was just absolutely phenomenal. So I just want to acknowledge you, mate, of all the amazing work that you've done, that you're doing, that you continually do within the Frankston community, within the wider community, across the globe, across the nation, everywhere, because you are the lighthouse. You are someone just fully just there to support people day in, day out. And if it wasn't for you, this event last week, it wouldn't have happened. So, mate, I just want to say thank you for doing such an incredible job. I know your wingman wasn't there, and I was devastated that I couldn't be there. But
Yeah.
you absolutely, mate, hit it out of the park. So I just want to say from my heart to yours, thank you very much.
Appreciate that, Shorty, because like it's the one thing I love more than anything else in life is the We Together initiative, the we support each other. And the greatest question you can ever ask, and you'll hear us ask it a lot, is how can we support you? How can we walk
Mm.
this journey called life together? And that the true essence of the business of Smiles was last Thursday night. We're a man down. We're an important man down. Somebody who means the world to our community, who does all the back end stuff, makes everything work. And you weren't there, but what happened is our community stepped up.
Mm.
Yeah, our community got behind us. The Lisa Westgate, Scotty McLaughlin. So, look, they stepped up to make it happen. And not only that, Dean from Impero, he got out of his comfort zone to present what the partnership was about. Van, like that for me
Beautiful
is
community.
just, yeah, it's outstanding, and that's why I'm so proud to be doing what we're doing. I'm so proud to be a part of something that, you know, I it is what it's to become, but the reality is, it just feels good to be a part of. So, excuse me.
On that
So,
note,
yeah, exactly. But it's from my heart to yours. I want to thank every single person that was there. I want to thank every single person that was a part of something that brought us together and created bigger opportunities. But I can't wait to see what we do. I cannot wait to see what the 12 days of Christmas looks like. And it's just going to be outstanding. So,
Mm.
yeah. Shorty, have the most amazing day. I love you, mate, and I'm glad you're back on the mend.
Yep.
Um,
Thank
and,
you.
and we will. I think I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to put you on the spot, but we might pop up a little bit later in the week. Just you and I for a little bit, maybe over the weekend or something, and just give a few little announcements about how to get involved and what you can do to get involved, because this is going to be pretty cool. So
Can't
yeah,
wait.
ho ho ho! All right, have a fantastic day, everybody. Shorty, thank you so much, and I hope you are smiling. We hope you are smiling. Take care now. Shorty, this is what I needed help with. Where the hell